World-renowned plugin developer Brainworx is proud to present BX Console G, a perfectly modelled channel strip that delivers the very essence of one of the most famous large-format British consoles ever made. BX Console G perfectly reproduces the heart and soul of the original hardware, but also adds features that'll help you nail the perfect mix in any genre.
Now, I've worked in club music for years and years and years, so anything that I do has to work in that realm. And the frequency information, or the amount of frequencies involved in anything to do with club production, can be enormous and be too much for a lot of channel strips. I was absolutely over the moon to find that the mixture between the low shelving EQ and the high pass filter and that fantastic mix control and the dynamics allowed you to build an incredibly solid bottom end. So I honestly think that this is going to end up being a channel strip that is going to be much loved by electronic and acoustic producers.
BX Console G sports all the features you'd find on the original British console. A 4-band EQ with 2 revisions that can be swapped independently per channel. A fully featured dynamics section with the ability to switch between E and G compression models lets you dial in the perfect tone for any mix. BX Console G also expands on the capabilities of the original hardware, adding new features such as an innovative saturation control and internal parallel processing. Multiple instances of BX Console G can be used to enhance even the most complex mixes, thanks to Brainworx' industry-leading tolerance modeling technology.
We at Brainworx have invested a lot of time in exploring the missing links, so to say, and while there are some good emulations of EQs and compressors from us and also from some other companies out there already, the missing thing was really the TMT, which we added, because there's just no way that a console like this gives you 72 identical channels, and they are not phase coherent when you do a stereo panning left and right. And this is really what we spend a lot of time on, and the plugin gives you this basically now.
In a real-world console, no 2 channels are the same. It's these differences that have created some of the most epic mixes in the analog realm. Now, using TMT, the Brainworx team bring you a plugin that can recreate this sound across complex mixes inside the box. This technology not only produces a stunningly realistic rendition of the original British sound, but also gives you 72 unique channels that deliver the experience of mixing on a large format console inside your DAW.
So now we can take 72 different channels with all their little variants, spread it across the entire console, and you've essentially built an analog console out of these plugins. And I've actually started to memorize what channels do certain things. So if you know that channel 9 is going to give you a slightly edgier sound, or slightly brighter sound, or slightly darker sound, you might want to start from that point. And if you can't find what you're looking for between all these options in one plugin, something's wrong with your track. Let's just say it, okay?
BX Console G is a comprehensive mix tool that can breathe life into any element of your mix, whilst creating the subtle warmth and variation previously only possible with real analog hardware. If you'd like to experience BX Console in your own projects, then visit the Plugin Alliance website to download a fully functional 14-day trial today.